Hello everybody. You know Game of Thrones, and if you haven't saw this amazing series, I really recommend the series. But besides that series, it's an amazing one. And not just that, in the fourth, and now it's spoilers alert, so look out from it. If you haven't watched the fourth episode of Game of Thrones, just skip it today. So in the fourth episode, when the White Walkers comes and breach inside the castle, what happened is that Brandon Stark is there, and you see him like he's planning something, and he goes in a trance and like beyond. And you think that maybe something is going on, maybe he's planning something, maybe something will come up here and he will do an amazing and astonishing thing. And when the White Walkers stand beside him, when he reached to him, Brandon opened his eyes and nothing happens. He just stared at him, and he's saved by his sister Arya. And the whole scene, he's just there like in a trance, and you think that he will do something. And in the end, he says, at the end of the episode, he says that he lives in the past. So he couldn't done anything because he lives in the past. Now, think about that sentence for a second. He lives in the past. That means he's kind of useless because he stayed in the past and never went on. He never went to the present. He never went to the future. He stayed here. He stayed there in the past. So that's oftentimes happens to us as human beings. We tend to stay in the past. Things that happen to us, if it's such a small and minor things, or if even it's a big traumatic thing that happens in our life. But we tend to stay there in the past. Now, I don't say it in a judgment way, because everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own shit going on. But if we don't take it as an asset and as a learning process, as something that we can take on and take it to another thing. Sorry for a second. Yeah. And we can't take it for another thing. For another place, we tend to stay in the past, and we can't do and we can't actually impact the future because we're not in the future. We're in the past. We're there, way beyond. Now, in order to succeed, in order to progress, we need to plan the future. We need to visualize the future, but live in the present. Make actions in the present. For example, if you, let's say, build your amazing vision in 30 years from now, 10 years from now, but you only vision it, nothing will happen if you will not take the necessary action. Because visualize, it's an amazing tool, but that's the planning. That's seeing yourself there, standing in front of audience, or taking your product to a whole other level, or your service, or whatever it is that you are doing. You're visualizing yourself in the high end. But if you will not take the necessary steps in the present, nothing will happen. And if you continue to live in the past, nothing will happen. So what I'm saying is that as long as we live in the past, nothing will change. So take that path, make it your greatest asset, your greatest weapon, if you will, like forged as a sword that will get you to fight here in the present in order to progress to a better future, to the best version of yourself. And if you like this, and I want to sum up, before I go, I want to sum up this video with a little phrase that I love, and that is, the past is a history. The future, the past is the history. The future is a mystery. and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. And that says by Eleanor Roosevelt and other people in their other histories. So let's live here, let's live now. What is the action that you are going to make today in order to progress, in order to forge that sword to fight? So just comment below, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube to never miss out an episode. And I really appreciate that you took the time to listen. I know that it was a long one, and again, have an amazing and productive day. I will see you tomorrow.